Hello, friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Chelsea. You know that. I know that. I'm just a lady with a bulldog, a camera, and too many opinions. And I don't know about y'all, but I am of the opinion that any and all schmetaphiles, I don't know why I'm censoring the word because this video is 100% probably going to be demonetized. So, dear God, I hope we have a sponsor on it.
I don't give a shit if you're a sex offender for the next 75 years.
What? Anyways, I think that everyone like that should be thrown into an active volcano, including the people we're talking about today. For legal purposes, I am being hyperbolic. Whenever I say hyperbolic, I always get weirded out and I'm like, wait, did I just say hyperbaric? Like a hyperbaric chamber? Anyways, listen, I'm working on another project right now, technically two, but another limited series podcast, and my brain is crazy. However, I already filmed this video yesterday, but I went like super crazy in it and like real feral and was like ready to fight someone. So I decided, hey, Chelsea, probably for the best if we just like scrap it. Probably for the best if we just like re-record the whole thing. Okay. All right. Sounds good, girl. Yikes. All right. So a little bit of a content warning for you. Today, we're going to be talking about a couple known as the Gulfcoast Stapletons, or as I like to call them, right into the active volcano for you. Now, we are talking about Josh and Brittany Stapleton. It's kind of a stretch to call them TikTokers, but that's what all the headlines are saying. So let's just go ahead and say that. Now, a lot has gone down since we last talked about them. And I need to talk about it because it is crazy since the jailhouse and like prison phone calls and that type of communication has been now made public. And it just proves, in my opinion, that these people are idiots, complete and utter idiots. And also that, in my opinion, the wife should be in prison too. So let's go ahead and just go over like a little quick recap, just in case, hey, you don't know who this is and what they do or did. So this is Josh Stapleton. This is him and his wife, Brittany Stapleton. Now, this very mediocre white man with the most cavernous butt chin we've ever seen in our lives is a child predator. He's a pedophile. Gross, I know. Georgia native Joshua David Stapleton, 39, received a 20-year sentence with 5 years served in prison, and another 15 years on probation after pleading guilty to 20 counts of sexual exploitation of children. According to court documents obtained by Fox 5 Atlanta, Stapleton and his wife run the Gulfcoast Stapleton social media account. Investigators learned that between 2018 and 2020, Stapleton downloaded images of prepubescent children in sexually abusive situations. He initially was charged with 15 counts of child sexual assault material possession, but was later indicted on 40 counts. He entered a non-negotiable plea deal in which he pled guilty to just 20 counts. Now, if you want to go read all the counts and all that and the descriptions of what is in the material that he, let me set this straight, didn't just click on a bunch of links and find things on the internet. He uploaded them to his computer. So that's horrifying. And it wasn't just 20. It wasn't just 40. It was over 300 images. And apparently, from what I have heard from other people who have been reporting on this, apparently it was more like 4,000. But that has, I don't think, been like talked about much. So I'm not going to state that as a fact. Just that was what has been alleged to me. So even if it's one, it's disgusting. You know, at first, Brittany Stapleton, the wife, her initial statement was just to post a picture of them on Instagram that said, if you're looking for a statement, here it is. And it was just a picture of them, like from a photo shoot or engagement shoot or something like that on their boat. And then she actually made a statement on Instagram and on TikTok where she addressed misinformation. And it was a whole lot of nothing. It was completely idiotic and was just full of straw man fallacies and a lot of red flags. She claimed that she knew every single thing about this. She knew before she married him. She knew during being married to him and was defending him. And then also alluded to, and I quote, when I first heard the charges, I thought something was fishy, something wasn't right. That's not Josh, end quote. And in my opinion, alluding to like he didn't do it or he's innocent or he was framed or someone hacked his computer, someone set him up, something like that. Again, not stating that as a fact, not saying that she said that, but that's how I took or how I interpreted what she said. And then she went further to say that they don't have kids, not because he's not a child predator, which he is, but that they don't have kids because she's never wanted kids. And then also that all of their friends, all of their family, everyone in their life knew about the charges and they were all okay with it. And they were all okay with having their kids around him. That has since been proven false, as many people have come out and also distanced themselves from these people and been like, no, that's not what she told us. We did not read the charges. But now people have, and they're absolutely disgusted and cutting these people off, which is wonderful. Now that was a super smooth transition. I have not seen you in so long. It's Uncle Reggie. I don't know if you could tell because my mullet's growing out. There's something else you probably don't know either, and that is that the internet is trying to get inside your brain and tell you what to think, and that's not okay. But more than half of Americans are getting their information, their news, from the social medias. According to that Reuters Institute, people no longer trust institutions, they trust personalities. Well, I'm a personality, and I trust ground news. But listen, I get it. The institutions have failed us in so many ways. But instead of just wanting them to do better, what do? Turn to that Joe Rogan fella? Just look at these headlines. His 2024 interview with Donald Trump was literally credited for winning him that their election. People have no idea they're being influenced when they think they're being informed. Now that's why Ground News is my go-to platform for the news, to be able to compare these stories, the headlines, the truth, the biases, the fact checks, and why I love that Chelsea put them on their channel. She got me set up with that Vantage plan. And let me tell you one more thing. I just, nothing?
Get back under the desk.
Okay, I'm sorry. Think about what I said. Think about it. I'm so sorry, guys. He told you about Ground News? Okay, I guess I'll at least just keep telling you about it. I don't know. So Ground News has obviously helped me with that guy, clearly, but I definitely do love knowing where information that I'm reading is coming from. I always say consider the source, and obviously I do mean that, not literally sometimes. I do be hyperbolic. But obviously, I mean that literally too. If you don't know where your information is coming from and just believe it willy-nilly and not understand biases and things like that and who's profiting and benefiting from you believing certain information, you're just going to end up looking silly. And I don't want that for you. I want you to be educated and know all sides of everything, okay? Even if you don't agree with it. Ground News was founded by a female former NASA engineer who saw a much bigger problem here on Earth instead of focusing on, whatever is going on in space or aliens or something like that. And so the only app out there helping you think for yourself and see all sides, gathering articles from thousands of sources around the world, organizing them by story, and then analyzing the political lean, credibility, and even those financial incentives, like I just mentioned, behind each perspective. Y'all know I love when you think critically and logically and all that. You can be silly and goofy too, but when it comes to taking in information, that's obviously more important, okay? Follow your favorite topics, even check out their blind spot feed so you can see, hey, maybe I'm missing a key factor of this topic, of this story. So make sure you go to ground.news/cc or click the link in my description box to sign up for the plan that I use every day and the one that I got Uncle Reggie started with too. And you'll save 40% on their Vantage plan. Like I said, that's the one I use, and that is ground.news/cc. And that knocks down the cost to just $5 a month. Thank you, Ground News, for being a continued sponsor of my channel. Thank you to you guys for continuing to support my sponsors. And now back to the video. Now, keep in mind the calls, recordings, texts, emails, things like that we're about to go over are, one, infuriating. Two, most of them are from June and July. And then I'm going to keep talking about this because I don't think these people should be able to just continue to live their lives in peace. And I think that we should continue to talk about it and give them shit. And this should be a absolutely permanent stain on their lives and their footprint on the internet. Now, one thing that I do want to talk about, like I said, a lot of people have since distanced themselves or cut them off and come out after previously, initially supporting these people, right? And True Crime Mama, who has been someone who has very much so been really on top of it with talking about this and exposing things and sharing things. I'll have her TikTok and Facebook linked down below. And then also Freedom of Information Act Queen. It's the acronym though, so it's FOIA Queen on TikTok, also has been releasing everything. She's amazing. So I'll have that link down below too. And please definitely go support these people. These people pay for these records. Yes, they're public, but most people, like True Crime Mama is going to say, don't know how to access them, don't want to pay for them, things like that, right? So I personally really appreciate these people getting all this information and putting it out there for everyone to see. So True Crime Mama posted on Facebook earlier this week or last week and said, I was contacted by yet another former friend of Brittany Stapleton, who was initially trying to be a good friend and show her love and support. These friends had no clue what the truth was. She told them meaning Brittany told their friends, some nonchalant story and made them believe it was all just a big misunderstanding, which they initially believed because they had no reason not to. These friends had not seen his counts, the descriptions of everything. They had not seen the police report, the interview and investigative summary, where he says some absolutely heinous, which we'll go over in a minute. They did not see these things until other creators and I, meaning True Crime Mama, started posting them. And as any normal person would be, they were mortified by what they read. I know many of you will say that they could have pulled the records themselves, but most people do not know how to do that. And they don't feel like they had any reason to. They believed their friend. My point is, many of the names being released now in the jailhouse phone calls have since learned the full truth and have ceased communication with Brittany. These calls currently being released are from early July, which is the same time that they were finding out the truth of the situation. We need to keep that in mind. These people have done the right thing and cut ties with her, but now are receiving backlash because Brittany and Josh said their names in the calls. Like the State Farm agent that she named, everyone says is a great guy. Even Hoya Queen and I discussed him last night. He was likely trying to be a good friend without knowing the full truth. I have not spoken with him, so I can't say for sure, but I would imagine his story is similar to all the others. So let's be considerate of the fact that at least some of those being named had no idea the gravity of Josh's counts. Their lives, and more importantly, their children's lives, should not become hell because Brittany names them. I hope some will decide to speak out and tell their own story, but I also respect that they might not want to do that. And I completely agree with that. So there are actually some comments on here that are very good. And this one is from Katie Watson Hall. I assume this is another creator since she has a check mark, and this is on Facebook. And it says, I spoke to a friend of hers also, and they were floored by the whole thing. They had no idea. And this one is from someone who lives in the area that they're from. And it says, I used to comment on their videos. Several neighbors of mine who are good people hung out with them on occasion. When I tell you not a single one of them was aware of the charges, I mean it. They were all absolutely appalled and reeling when they found out. I don't blame them one bit. Does anyone really do a background check on every single person that they've associated with? Of course not. Looks can be very deceiving.
Keep my emails clean. OCD I am about that.
Listen, I done deleted all your bullshit. You got like some email from some, I don't even know. Don't you worry, I got you good.
Just unsubscribe, Dave.
Don't worry, I am. I hate you so much. I cleared all your search history every single time. I haven't deleted your text messages. I'll leave those. But if it's spam text messages, I've deleted it. I got you, baby.
Why do you need to delete the search history? Huge red flag. Where are my red flags? I don't know where they are anymore, but good God. What? Please go back. Please check those hard drives. Please check hers. What is going on? That's insane. Subpoena Google. Like, please. Wild.
Also change up the length of probation and the type of probation.
One of these other attorneys have this whole thing that I just read. One of the ones that lady sent me. And he has this whole thing about how he's able to get the sex offender charge removed. Like the sex offender registration removed. Yeah. There's a lot of stipulations with it, but that's the next step. Getting you out of there is my first step. We'll worry about that later. I don't give a shit if you're a sex offender for the next 75 years. I just want you out.
What? I beg your finest pardon. I don't care if you're a sex offender for the next 75 years. Also, no, girl, you're not going to get him out. These people really are acting like this is just a DUI and like he didn't accept a plea deal and plead guilty to 20 counts of being in possession of child sexual assault material, which, hey, it's not referred to as CP, or it shouldn't be at least, because the P in CP would mean that it's between two consenting people, because that's what that is, right? And hey, no, it's not. Kids cannot consent to that. And those images, that material, that content is a crime scene. That's a crime scene. Yeah. So gross. Hate that. But again, they are acting like it is a DUI that you can just get reduced to reckless driving. And that is insane. And I think that right there ends not only their delusions and their perception that they can get this, their perception that they can change the previously agreed upon plea deal and like those stipulations in there that were agreed upon, but also that she can get him out of prison and that he's not going to have to serve a 5-year sentence for being in possession of child sexual assault material, but then also that he won't have to be on a registry. Like, what? It's insane. It is insane. But I do think that she, not to like give her the benefit of the doubt because she does not deserve that, but after listening to all these, I 100 billion% really think that she just believes that she's believing his lie of alleged lie, it is a lie, of him like just clicking a bunch of random links and happening upon that type of content when it's like, no. Your digital footprint quite literally shows from your IP address that content was uploaded, not downloaded. It wasn't just clicked a link. That's not what happened, according to the investigative summary from Cartersville Police Department. So what are you talking about? I am going to submit a Freedom of Information Act request to get that. I don't think I'll be able to, but I'm still going to do it. And before anyone's like, that's crazy, why would you do that? That's my job. I submit so many Freedom of Information Act requests. It's insane. It is like, girl, for all the different like limited series podcasts and research that I'm doing for every project that me and Cheryl Dale, my partner in podcasting, are working on, like all of those related police departments and sheriff's departments and county clerks and whatever, girl, they are sick of me. They are so sick of me. Like, oh, here goes FHTC media once again. They want more stuff. Insane. I should probably put them on the Christmas card list. Oh my God, I should do that. That'd be hilarious. Anyway, so like I was saying, I do think that she's believing his lie of I just clicked a bunch of links, but the excuse of, well, I was manipulated, I believed his lie, that only goes so far. Like, you're refusing to see what the truth is that's being literally laid out in front of you, and you're just being ignorant to it. And girl, you're just being dumb, and you're a problem. You're an enabler. You're enabling a pedophile and defending one. That's embarrassing and dangerous and gross. And I hate you. Chelsea, calm down. Okay, here is another call where they talk about how they're good people.
Hi, baby. Have you made any more friends in there? Your dad actually called me earlier. He was just worrying about you because I texted him and told him I talked to the sheriff. He said, well, do you think it would do any good if I called the sheriff? And he said, tell him that, we're good people and Josh was raised well. I said, no, Mr. David, I don't think that'll do any good. I said, but I'll let you know if I think of anything you can do. He's trying. I was like, he said, I don't want him to go there. I said, unfortunately, we have no choice.
When she's referring to like, we don't want him to go there, they're talking about how obviously he was at like Bartow County Jail first. And then from there, he's transferred to and these calls were dated like before he was transferred. Like, these are just the jail calls, not the prison calls yet, I don't think. And so, which obviously that, because like she just said that, but we're like a month behind basically, or like, like a month behind with the calls being released. But she's saying that they don't want him to be transferred to this like prison where he should be. And they were trying to get him to be sent to a prison that's more for like white collar crimes. And it's like the Ritz-Carlton of prisons. But again, this wasn't a white collar crime. This is not tax evasion. You are not Martha Stewart. This is not like a gram of the marijuanas under your car. Is a gram a lot? No, it's not.
So I was like, but it's going to be okay. I got a little more peace of mind that nothing's going to happen to him there. He's going to be fine. And I told him, even that man said they're not going to just go throw your ass in general population and put themselves on the line. Like, you're going to be, he said, well, they're not going to put him in there with rapists and other people. I said, well, those are technically the same type of charges he has. He said, well, Josh didn't arrest. I said, that's not what I said. But yeah, he's going to be in there with rapists, but I think he's safe.
Technically, it's the same type of charges. So in my opinion, she thinks that, or at least what I'm getting from what she has said in like multiple different things, not just this one clip, but she thinks that it's not as bad basically, or like he's not a predator or a pedophile because it wasn't physical contact, right? The recidivism rate for these people with these types of charges, even if it's contactless, especially someone who uploaded that many images that were that graphic, obviously any is bad, but ones of that nature, the recidivism rate, meaning that they will be a repeat offender, is alarming. I want to say over maybe it's 5 to 10 years, or is it over 10 years? Maybe 10 to 20. I think it's 20% chance that they will reoffend. I actually said that in my email to her. I wrote her a very long email asking for a statement, and she blocked me on everything. So that's good. I'd block me too, but I also wouldn't marry, associate, or defend a pedophile. So, it's where we differ. Now, this is where we start getting into the vibe that they love the attention, which is obviously concerning, one of the many concerning things. So, for instance, this is a text from her to him on July 1st, and it said, had to pop one out on the social media tonight. Okay, boomer. Photo of us with the caption, if this is the statement you're looking for, here it is. 150 likes in 10 minutes. People care about us. Because they don't know the truth, Brittany, because you lied to them, allegedly. And he said back to her, our true friends and family standing there with us. Can't wait to see the TikTok you're going to do. Make that money, LOL. Yeah. Make money off of the fact that your husband is a convicted pedophile. Becoming public. Make money off that, girl. Get that money. And she said, thanks, baby. God, I wish you were here. It's so hard without you. I don't think I'm ready to post on TikTok yet, but I'll definitely do a little photo tonight. Let people know where I stand. Losing Amber really hurts a lot. I guess that was one of her friends. And really a lot of their communication is like her telling him all about people talking about them on TikTok. And it's so weird. But the best one in this first jumble of text records, it says, why can't people just let me live for one day? Now I'm stuck with extensions in my hair because Hannah just texted me. She shares the text that her hairstylist had texted her and said, hey, I've been avoiding sending this text because I know you've been going through it and I haven't wanted to add to it, but I can no longer do your hair. I have other stylists here and it is a risk. I'm so sorry it had to come to this, but after reading the police reports, it makes me a little sick. And Josh's response to that says, what the fuck, stupid effing bitch. How dare she? How dare she have morals and not want to support someone who was engaging and supporting and potentially distributing, who knows, either way, consuming and, by his own admission, jerking it to content that showed children under the age of 12 being assaulted sexually. Wow, crazy. How dare she? How dare she? I hope all this lady's hair falls out. So this next little bit is insane because, all of it's insane. But again, like I said, they really do not understand. And she even says, I don't think anyone had a clear understanding. Clearly you didn't, because now you're trying to fight the plea agreement. Pretty sure, obviously every state is different, but pretty sure you can't appeal a plea agreement. When you plead guilty, you agreed to the terms. That's what? My Lord.
The probation thing, we've got to find out.
You're maybe served 5 years since the worst probation ever. It's crazy.
Who gets off on that?
I think a lot of checkers have all
And then also they're discussing how all of the court documents have been made public. Everything has been put out there. And then in these messages, she's going through trying to get the information for the jurors. And I understand that there wasn't a trial. However, to my understanding, and I'm not a lawyer or the courts with a capital C, but to my understanding, there's still a jury that would be like, okay, this does not need to go to trial. This does need to go to trial. Come on. And so she's trying to go through all of the names of the jurors, which it is on the court documents, but she's going through every single name and looking through her and his client information from their State Farm insurance broker jobs or whatever. And then also on Facebook and stuff, and just trying to stalk them. I'm not really sure what she's doing or what her point is, because that doesn't make any sense. It's not like those people are the ones who found him guilty. The judge did, and the glaring evidence did, and the investigation itself did find him guilty. The only person you can blame is your pedophile husband. That's wild. I don't know if you heard it there, but she says, I don't know who gets off on that. Interesting choice of words as you're talking to someone who jerked it to CSAM, which is the abbreviation. Y'all get it,
Gosh, after a lot of checks are just not having a good lot of checks, so they're like, oh, this is you back away.
Nerves make people, and I feel a lot of detectives never held up in court, so I don't understand how that is even a thing. Alcohol, you're a grown-ass man who doesn't have an alcohol issue, you can drink alcohol. I think that can be, we got more chance, I think, of that being changed. And I think it all depends on a normal probation officer, what they choose to do. Maybe there's no reason you have to submit to drug alcohol test. You're going to have a drug alcohol issue.
This is one of my favorite ones. Are you ready? They're talking about discovery. They're talking about the lawyer that she was trying to work with or something. And this is a message from Brittany to Josh. And it says, give me permission to send your discovery to this lawyer. She said, and this is from the lawyer, my main question is, did you all have an expert review the electronic discovery to determine how long Josh had the website images open? You said he clicked on a website, and this is something we often see, and the most successful I have had is when we get an expert to see how long the person viewed the images. But here's the thing. The investigative summary already showed on there that it wasn't just clicking on links. And it wasn't a situation where it's like, you know, you open up Instagram and you see James Charles's butt cheeks and you're like, oh my God, I don't want to see that. Like, how do I get it off my screen? It wasn't a situation like that. It was over 326 images being uploaded from his IP address. It wasn't a link clicking situation. I just think it's wild that, like, girl, why don't you think you would have already had permission and access to everything? Because in my opinion, I mean, it has been laid out already. He's lying, right? So again, I really don't think she can claim ignorance. She's being stupid and an enabler. It's wild. And like, you guys, you had 5 years. In 2020 is when he was arrested. And then he was out on bond or whatever. So like, why are y'all doing this now? Instead of, you know, living your little life on your boat on the coast, you could have been doing all this. That obviously didn't happen because he's guilty and he was looking at all of it and potentially attempting to allegedly distribute it or do whatever with it. I don't know. But like, why else would you be uploading stuff like that to your computer?
Or then like, the ones that are actually are here are just ones that just randomly fold out that was deleted or just click through.
Or just like, who knows? It's like, fuck, it's just randomly listed.
I click through, and it's like, they fix these, so these were like the worst ones, we'll use these. Like, no, that's all what it's bad to.
Yeah, I don't think anybody had a clear understanding. Clearly, there was no, like, the forensics on that was no good. I would like to see basically a screen recording of the forensic. I want to see it. If it's true, I want to see it.
This is wild to me because if she said previously in her statement on TikTok, the first one where she was defending him, she said that she went to meetings with attorneys with him. She said that she was like in court with him. So wouldn't she have already seen all the evidence they had against him? They would not show the actual pictures, but you would have seen the electronic discovery. You would have seen that white literal digital roadmap of all of that. Babe, it's not like you're being framed. Like, that's not what this is. But again, I think she's refusing to believe it because she's just so, I don't know, I guess he's got beer flavored nipples or something, that she's a problem.
Cover the images, whatever you want to do, but like show where you clicked open for this many minutes. Like, I want to see true.
Again, this is wild to be talking about after the fact when he's already been sentenced. He's already agreed. Like, girl, he's serving his sentence, the sentence that he agreed to the conditions of and pled guilty to. We're already past you seeing this and trying to prove them wrong. Like, you had 5 years. What were y'all doing during those 5 years? This is one of my favorite ones because someone in the comments said, she's acting like he's deployed. So funny. And then also, and we'll play it in a second, but he also says like, oh, I need to go get my something. And she's like, okay, well, go run back to your cell and get it. And so he's like, okay, well, like, put your phone down. I don't want anyone to see you. There's a lot of creeps around here. Takes one to know one, apparently.
Always waiting on you.
I've been here before. I was early on this thing.
Hey, have you seen my new necklace?
I love it. Oh.
I wear it every day.
Love it.
I love you.
I love you more.
I figured I'd do a couch time sesh tonight.
A what?
A couch time sesh. Do I look terrible? Or my eyes all swollen? You look gorgeous, baby. You still got blonde. Let me see your abs.
Huh? I'm not getting kicked off this thing.
No distractions. No pill call.
I gotta go get my pill.
Go get it. Hurry. I already knew.
All right. Hang on. Just
Put the phone down and run.
I'm waiting for
I hope somebody comes up and talks to me. Huh?
You put your phone down. They're creep around here, so just put your phone down.
Okay. Go.
I'll run just
Run.
a second, wait for the line to die down.
Oh, okay. Everybody's got to get their medicine, huh?
Yeah.
I feel like you're always, like, looking to your side. It's so weird, though, that I can actually see around you. I'm surprised they don't do that blockout thing.
I know, right?
It's weird. I'm like, damn, you just let everybody see all up in there. Is this where you sit for regular phone calls, too?
No, over, like, that way.
Mm-hmm. It's so good to see you.
Me too. Hang on, let me go get my pill.
Okay, go.
And now, per usual, one of my favorite things is when people like this, well, actually, I guess we haven't had a situation where it's like so far on the opposite end of the spectrum, where someone does something, people talk about it, and then that person then is like, oh, you're going to get sued because you're talking about the illegal thing I did. And it's like, hey, what are you talking about? I feel like we haven't had a situation where the person actually is like, one, guilty of it, but two, like serving their sentence then. And like, this is all public information. What are you talking about? It's like wild, but also comical. But then if you think about it too long, it's like, wow, this is actually scary. The way they are reacting to this and the attention and handling this and like how delusional she is scary. Because it's like, so how much of this did you like refuse to believe? How much of this did you turn a blind eye to? And like, is that why he stayed with you? And it's scary.
When is convention? Did I tell you that it was this year or next year?
I don't know.
Because that's maybe you'll be out by then and we will go. And we'll go gamble away all the money that we win from a massive lawsuit.
Yeah. Hopefully something will come about with that.
It's interesting that he's like, oh, yeah. And then just like quiet and not really saying anything about a lawsuit. He knows damn well he's guilty. He does. That's why a lot of times whenever she like says something and is like, we're going to fight this, we're going to do this, like, I'm going to get you out. And he's just like, okay. Because like he knows what he did. Again, though, he is still sticking with the I just clicked links type of thing when it's like, that's like, why are you lying? It's on there. Someone commented on it and said, who are they going to sue? He pled guilty. And the person who is posting all this, FOIA Queen, said allegedly TikTok users for posting about it. And someone said, it won't go anywhere. It's all public information. It's not defamation when it's found to be true. Obviously, yes.
Oh my God. Are you ready? I don't even want to talk about this right now, but I have to tell you. Are you ready for the Brittany girls post of the day? She said she tagged like every local business in it. Obviously, nobody's giving a shit. She did this 2 days ago. And all of her friends. And she said, and they're lying. He did not have an ex-wife who set him up. His girlfriend is lying to protect him. And he did not buy a laptop off of Facebook Marketplace. And I'm like, who is feeding this girl information? Because when have we ever said, you've never even had an ex-wife, and I'm not your girlfriend?
Did you report this thing too? Like, what do we keep doing?
Yeah, we've all reported it. Everybody I know has reported it. I don't know where she's coming up with this information. I think she's trying to say stuff like this, so I'll reply.
I mean, what can we do? Like, just let her keep
Nothing. Yeah, I'm taking screenshots. I'm going to call them today and see if I can email it to the police department so they can keep a file of it all.
Yeah.
Because, like, I love those lies. Those are really good lies, but we've never said that. We never said your ex set you up or that you bought a freaking laptop off Facebook Marketplace. Oh. Whatever. So many people support us. Okay.
So this video is from June. And this was like, I don't want to say right after he got like arrested, because that was at the end of May. Like the very last day of May, I think. So this one was, I believe, okay, so he'd been in there for a little bit. But people were still supporting them because they didn't know the full truth. And she, to my knowledge now, obviously the tables have turned and most people are not supporting them and have seen everything and read everything. Not everything, but people who still are supporting them, I refuse to believe that they've read everything and like the counts and have like read through those horrific details. Girl, you want to stay up until 3 a.m. and stare at the ceiling and just have a horrible anxiety? Me, because of these.
And she's tagged every single place around. And they're seeing it for sure. Obviously, nobody's studying her. It's crazy. Still feel like it's a nightmare. Like, have I woken up yet? Or
why is it so hard for her to believe that this is happening when it happened before you married him? And you say you knew everything. So, like, girl. And she even said before in one of the first calls that she doesn't care if he's a sex offender for 75 years. It's like, girl, I feel like you should care about that. My God. So this is one that was posted a week ago, and it didn't happen a week ago, though. Again, we're like a month behind with all these calls. And this was, I believe, before he was transferred to the prison that he's at now. So this is insane. Just have a little listen and look.
Do you think they know that I'm crazy?
I just can't wait to get out and then we just live a life and everybody's jealous again.
I can't wait till we get out and then everyone's just jealous again. Sir, you're going to be on a registry for the rest of your life and you're a pedophile. Your life has been ruined because of your choices to consume content and, by your own admission, jerk it to said content which depicts horrific crime scene, literal crimes happening to children. I'd say you're getting what you deserve. I'd say you deserve way worse and deserve to be thrown into an active volcano. But, again, it's delusion. It's delusion. I can't.
I know. I think that's the problem. It's like, I'm not going nowhere. We're still here.
That's my man. Stick beside him.
I'm going to sit out him. Actually, I'll post this photo right here. We'll be like this. Wait, actually, can you do this? And I'll screenshot it. Just kidding. He's like, you ain't getting us.
Then I get somewhere, and then I don't know if they'll even let me out to do like a halfway house like the last like year or something. I can go to some halfway house and work somewhere.
That would be nice. At least just to get you out. You should be a trustee. Like, you should qualify as a trustee based on your record.
They list us here. We're in the dorms, like, next to the murderers, and then you got us. Like, we're the worst people in this whole jail.
It's crazy.
Is it crazy? Is it? I don't think that's crazy. I'd say that's completely understandable, actually. Okay, I'm going to do this one. Copy link. Oh, yikes. That's not what I wanted to do.
Everybody in the knows about this shit now.
Yeah, there ain't no safe place. So, you know what? You should have plenty of peace of mind to know that Brittany's not going to do anything. Can't even go to the grocery store. Huh?
I had another guard ask me about being a TikTok famous person in here.
What'd he say?
Yeah.
No, he's like, you one of those like State Farm agents, you're a TikTok famous one in here? I'm like, hey.
Good.
Was he nice?
I mean, he's nice. He's a guard. I mean, they're only as nice as they can be.
Was he being a jerk about it or no?
No, I'm just like, why do you have to fucking say anything in front of everybody? Like, just chill.
Yeah,
I don't know if
keep
you
your mouth
that
shut.
it starts or what.
That is insane. The delusion. Like you can tell that he's scared, or at least that is my interpretation of that. He's saying like to the guard, like, can you not bring attention to me? Like, I don't want people to know why I'm in here because girl, you's about to get all your teeth smashed out. And they find out what you did to the little kids. You're not treated the best in prison or jail if you are in there for crimes against children. And that's good, obviously good, perfect, love that. At least there might be some justice served in there. But also, it's wild that she took that, like his response to saying that is like he's whispering, he's scared, like, I don't want people to know. And then she's like, oh my gosh, that's so funny. Like someone recognized you. Was he nice did you want your autograph? You're famous for being a pedophile. Brittany.
Yeah, because I don't really feel like where you're at, people really care that much.
No. But it's like, he probably thinks they do or something. I'm like,
just because you're pretty. It's gonna be tough being the prettiest person in prison, baby.
Holy crap. So this is one of the latest updates. Wow. This was within the last 11 hours. And oh my God, this is tough. That is real tough. So they're talking about people who have made videos about this, and more and more people are making videos about it. And I believe this was like July 7th, like the first week of July.
Dumbass mama's hot just in Mobile that made a whole video about it. And I'm like, didn't your son get a deal? Just wondering.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
In case you couldn't hear it, because obviously the quality's horrible. That's nothing against this creator. It's jailhouse calls. You think it's going to be like on a Shure mic. And it says that dumbass Mama Tot made a video about it. And then Brittany says, didn't your son get killed in a drug deal? Is what she says. That's crazy. That's crazy work. That's wild, man. Like, holy shit. Oh my God. That's so listen, I might not love Mama Tot. That's so messed up. Like, yeah, that did happen, ma'am. You know what else happened? Your husband's a convicted pedophile. So, yikes.
I'm like, nobody even likes this, I guess. So go on and get it.
What the f*** did Mama Tot have to say?
So the same thing everybody had to say and how disgusting we are. Mostly me. Tyler said this morning, he's like, why am I going after you? I'm like, I don't know. I didn't do anything. I'm not even arrested.
Yeah.
They're having a field day with me. You know, life is tough, but so are we, huh?
That's for sure, babe. That's for sure.
That's my man. I'm going to sit beside him.
Like I said, my life has been just a roller coaster of all ups and downs. It's never been level at all. Never.
You know, I almost sent you a message the other day because I was sitting there thinking about it. And I almost said, I hope you know that once you're out, I'll never hold this over your head. But you know what? I want to retract that statement. Once you're out, every time you get an attitude, I'm going to be like, I about died. I was in the trenches without you. I just want you to know, I will forever. We're going to be 90 years old. I'm going to be like, you went to a prison. You left me. My choice.
Left you by choice. Girl, if he wouldn't have taken a plea deal, you probably never would have seen him again. Girl, what? By choice? Doesn't really seem like there was a choice, ma'am. I mean, I guess it was his choice to look at those photos, but it's also your choice to stay with him and knowingly enter into a relationship with someone like this and then also marry them and then also continue to defend them. That's why people hate you.
I'm going to give you shit for the rest of my life.
As long as you're with me the rest of my life, I don't care.
That'll do. That'll do.
Dude, I just want you around, babe.
Baby, I'm not going anywhere. Listen, if I haven't gone anywhere yet, I'm going to wait any longer to go anywhere, you know?
Yeah.
What's the point now? I done stuck it out.
They're definitely trying to get us to break apart, aren't they?
They're trying to destroy it. Listen, sometimes when I don't like you, I'm going to remind myself that I can't let these prove us wrong. No, the police are like literally not going to be there even if you need them at this point.
I don't think they ever would be anyways.
Yeah. Once you got this type of charge, like, you know, your parents had that DA call me today. They didn't even tell me he was doing it, so I didn't even know. I haven't talked to him yet, but it's like Mobile's DA. But I haven't called him back yet because I got busy at work. But I'm just like, what am I going to say to this person? Like, nobody feels bad about this church. Like, nobody can really do anything to fix this. It just is what it is at this point.
Why would anyone feel bad for you? Again, they are so delusional and don't see, truly, in my opinion, from how they're acting, they don't see anything wrong with what he did. I assume he's lying to her still about what he did, but like, holy man, this is crazy.
The only people that can potentially fix it is Ashley with what she has on the judge. And they go on from there.
The only person who can probably help is Ashley, who, with what she has on the judge. Who is Ashley? And what's she got on the judge? What is going on? Good God.
They turn the phones on, it's like,
It's literally around 9 a.m. my time when they turn them on.
do what?
I feel like they always turn them on around 9 a.m. my time, so just text me whenever you get out.
Yeah, well.
So by now, she already knows that these calls are public, and I cannot wait to see her reaction of them. This girl is like fighting for them. Again, I have put in requests as well, so we will see. It's pretty interesting that like the point of a Freedom of Information Act request is that like this is public information. This does have to do like with their crimes. So yes, it should be public. So we will see if I get any. Hell yeah, I'll release them. I'll react to them. I'll go over them. I'll make them public so everyone can listen. Wild. Okay, so this one it's very long. It was uploaded 22 hours ago from Foya Queen. And I see a lot of people in the comments already, like Kyle on the coast. We love Kyle over here. She's great. She commented and said, I guess she was referenced in this video. And she said, I'm the one that called out the judge. Hi, it's me. I'm their problem. I love her.
Oh, back in the trenches, just when I thought it was over.
Say what?
Just when I thought it was all over.
What now?
What do you think?
I don't know.
If you ever speak to the cops without knowing what you're talking about again, I will actually murder you.
What now?
What do you think now? The police report where your didn't realize what they were asking.
So I assume that this is her seeing or reading or something like that, like reading the investigative summary for the first time. And now she's like mad at him for admitting to looking at child sexual assault material and wanking it to it. And then saying that like, there's nothing wrong with like looking at it or whatever he said. Well, I'm sure we'll go over it in a minute, but it's crazy. Yikes. And it's insane because it's like, girl, you said you absolutely knew. You said you saw all the court documents. You said you saw all of the police reports. You said, and I quote, I absolutely knew. You knowingly entered into a relationship with someone with these charges and married someone with these charges. Why are you mad at him? I mean, obviously, yes, we should all be mad at him. He's disgusting. But why are you now getting mad at him when you already knew that he did all these things?
I'm not mad.
What the now?
I just told you. The police report.
Who sent that out?
I am mad.
What the now?
I just told you. The police report.
Who sent that out?
Who do you think? One of these true crime pages. It's blasting. I mean, it is.
I'm shaking right now.
You're shaking?
Which one of these ladies got it?
The true crime mama.
She's still making fucking from this?
They haven't stopped. She's been digging all day, I'm sure.
I don't even know what to say. I'm just so pissed off.
You get to be depressed right now. I'm out here in the trenches. You get to be strong for me right now, unfortunately.
I'm so pissed off right now. I don't know what to say. And these are all the things that they're saying. They're so mad. All that happened 5 years ago. So you're just mad that it's all public and now all your friends are going to know and you're not going to have anyone to support you and no one's going to believe your lies. It's wild to me that they're pissed off for facts being shared and for their own actions being put on the internet. Crazy work. Like, oh my God. A lot of people are saying that she's trying to coach him in this call. Like she keeps saying like, I hope you learned your lesson to not talk to the police. And it's like, girl, that investigative summary was 5 years ago. Again, had you never seen that? That's not new information. So maybe she hadn't ever seen it. That's crazy.
You get to be depressed right now. I'm out here in the trenches. You get to be strong for me right now, unfortunately. I mean, I'm the one who's getting it. You have no idea what's going on. I'm not going anywhere, but I need you to understand that I'm the one getting...
Yes, baby. My name's getting blasted. You're getting... I know.
I literally just told Matt today, none of that shit needs to get out.
He's probably the one throwing it out there.
No, he's not that intelligent.
Uh-huh.
There'd be no benefit for that. Like, that's a nice thing to say, Josh. Life is really good right now. Well, that's so fun. Anyway. All I'm going to do is just stay off the internet. I hope you learned your lesson. Don't speak to police.
Yeah.
This is insane. Like I said, I have requested a lot of these calls as well, but I'm very happy to continue to support Freedom of Information at Queen, FOIA Queen on TikTok. She had said that she has really been fighting for other things to be released, so hopefully they will be. I think it's getting a little bit harder, but like I said, I have been doing that too, so hopefully we'll get those. I don't know if I would post like all of them, like the full thing. I would probably make like a compilation or something just to make it easier, but that's delusional. That's insane. I think these are things that we need to keep discussing and talking about and keeping front of mind, because she is still posting on TikTok like nothing's happening and still defending a convicted pedophile. So it's disgusting. It's gross. And if I can get any information from or documents or anything like official investigative documents, and, you know, kind of how I was alluding to before or alleging before that someone had alleged to me that there were actually over like 4,000 documents and, you know, images instead of just 326, like the investigative summary says. So I will see if I can get some info on that and like official documents and request all those. But I hate this. I hate them. It's disgusting and so gross. And again, if you like James Charles, okay, that's also kind of questionable to me, but if you like him, okay, whatever. We all have our guilty pleasures. Some of us aren't even, you don't feel shame or guilt around it. I like watching Just Trish. I love it. I think she's iconic. Yeah, she's done shit in the past. You know, I like watching the Kardashians. That's like my brain rot. And now I'm getting into Big Brother too, which is craziness. But like, if you're someone who's gonna still be supporting like this couple or this guy and defending them, like that in itself is criminal personally. Like that's crazy, especially when those details are out there. And if you refuse to look at those facts, like, you know what, right into the volcano with them. You're getting tied to them, human centipede style, and just you're going into, okay, bud, right into the active volcano. So I hope y'all have a great day, night, weekend whenever you're watching this. I know this was disturbing. I hate it. It's gross. These people suck. Anyways, that's it. Stay spicy, feral, assertive. Your feelings are valid. Take a deep breath. I hope that you are excited that FHTC Media, which is the production company that me and Cheryl Lindale just launched, produced, and brought Elizabeth to you, the limited series podcast all about the local, to me, con artist, serial con artist, Elizabeth Teckenbrock, who faked cancer and has stolen millions of dollars from multiple people at this point. It's insane. We brought you that. There will be a second season of Elizabeth coming probably by the end of the year, maybe early next year. And we are working on two other projects, two other limited series podcasts simultaneously right now. So it's super exciting. We're super proud of it. We're super happy about it. And if you want any updates on that or like exclusive content from both her and I, feel free to check out the Here for the Clout podcast, or also, and even more so, our Patreon, which is Here for the Clout on Patreon, patreon.com/Here for the Clout. You can also support us by buying our merch, which is our FHTC merch. It's on CCSUAREZ.com. I'll have that link down below too. And they are our feral hats. Here's a picture of them. They're really cute. They're embroidered and really great quality. So anyways, if you are in the Denver area or going to CrimeCon, I will see you there in a week and a half. Super excited to squeeze your faces and touch your butts consensually, because your butt looks good if you're subscribed. If you're not, you're dead to me, and you're going to go right into the active volcano too. Okay, goodbye. See you in my next video.